Mississippi, farther east in the hills and valleys of the Ozarks and the Appalachian Mountains of Kentucky and Tennessee, another form of indigenous American musical expression derived from our Scots-English-Irish origin had been developing in isolation from its British heritage. Striving to recreate the nostalgic sounds of their Scots-Irish ancestral homeland, the fiddle, the banjo, the guitar, and the mandolin created a sound that was called bluegrass or country. Country music is an inseparable part of the American idiom and recently has burst into the contemporary mainstream of American pop. The Carter Family.
I went across the river, I lay down to sleep. I went across the river, I lay down to sleep. I went across the river, I lay down to sleep. When I woke up with shackles on my feet. It takes a word man to sing words no more. It takes a word man to sing words no more. It takes a word man to sing words no more. Now, but I won't be worried long. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long.
This is not the frug, the monkey, or the jerk. It is a mountain jig in the Ozarks of Arkansas, done now as it has been in this part of the country for several hundred years. For most of our history, the square dance and the hoedown have been the principal form of entertainment in our rural areas, where professionalism has been more the exception than the rule. But with the music explosion in recent years, country music too went pop.
Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You done started back to the things you used to do. As I was motivating over the hill, I saw Maybelline in a coupe de ville. Cadillac moving on the open road, ain't nothing outrun my V8 Ford. Cadillac doing about 95, we're bumper to bumper rolling side by side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline.
One group that broke through into national music markets, Jim and Jesse and the Virginia Boys. Nashville, Tennessee, the country and western music capital of America. Where once mountain people sang their songs in isolated valleys, there now stands a music kingdom resting on a booming entertainment and recording industry that tops a $500 million gross per year. In recent years, the major recording companies and more than a dozen smaller independents opened modern recording studios in this valley town to meet the now greater demand for the Nashville sound in music markets across the country and abroad. The Grand Ole Opry of Nashville, the metropolitan of country and western music, has been a reservoir of talent and a showcase for country artists for nearly 2 generations.
Don't they know it's the end?
Where once it supplied the staple Saturday night nationwide broadcast of country music on radio, it now has expanded operations to include syndicated and network television as well.
Well, it's a hot corner, cool corner, bring along a dimmy John. A hot corner, cool corner, bring along a dimmy John. A hot corner, cool corner, bring along a dimmy John. A farewell, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning, yes, sir.
The hillbilly entertainer, like Stringbean, a great favorite in many rural areas, is much less in evidence in the new country music image. At its recent 40th anniversary celebration, the Grand Ole Opry brought together the many forms of country music which now represent the new look in the Nashville sound. like the style of the Browns of Arkansas, Bonnie, Maxine, and Jim Edwards.
An illusion, it must end in sad conclusion. If that's what you feel, that's just how it will be.
The new trend is towards smoothness and polish, close harmony on ballads with a country flavor.
And you can't grow peaches on a cherry tree.
The pure country strain is preserved, or tries to preserve itself, in bluegrass music. The fiddle, the mandolin, and the banjo of Bill Monroe and his bluegrass boys yearn for that nostalgic early feel of the bagpipes. But the song is a folk song out of another tradition.
He laid down his hammer and he cried, Lord, Lord. He laid down his hammer and he cried.
I don't mean to preach a sermon. God, a son, take him fishing, be his buddy while he's young.
By 1964, country music, influenced by other popular forms, broke through its regional bounds and entered the national pop music arena.
Take him fishing, if you want him for a friend.
It is the music of the heart of America and the base of American musical tradition, says Grand Ole Opry star Tex Ritter.
And our roots are in the songs of the possibly the British Isles, if you were to trace it. You see, those are the songs that were from the southern mountains. Many of the people that settled the West, they came from the South. I mean, like into Texas and Oklahoma. Their roots are in the South. They came from Tennessee, from Virginia, from parts of Kentucky, Carolinas, Georgia, as they went west. And the Dust Bowl took many of these people with this heritage to California. You see, Texas people, Arkansas people, and Oklahoma, the Grapes of Wrath era. The American people, the people in the larger cities are being invaded today by country music stations.
Music editor Paul Ackerman of Billboard magazine.
Country music is very popular internationally. This is a development of the last 5 years. Japan, for instance, has many radio programs patterned after Grand Ole Opry. The Japanese artists will even appear in cowboy uniform, similar to the garb used on the Opry in Nashville at the Ryman Auditorium.